Good morning. Finish this idiom for me. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush, right? And this is an idiom that has been kind of folk wisdom for a long time. And as far as I know, in many different cultures. When I lived in China for 8 years, there was an idiom very much like this. And what it meant was, hey, instead of hoping for more things in the future, take what you have right now. Having one bird is better than hoping for two birds later on and not catching either one of them. That's a common statement. I'm going to challenge that statement. I don't disagree fully with it. The problem is when we use that as a crutch, when instead we say, hey, I need what I need for today, because our minds naturally go to what is urgent, what is in front of me right now. And that is not fantastic for business. What is fantastic for business is absolutely doing what you need to do right now and having an eye to the future. And you see this. Do you know that there are Japanese corporations, companies that have 200-year plans? I don't even know what a 200-year plan would look like. That's a very long time from now. I don't know what the world will look like. I don't know what the needs will be. Although I do know that humans will basically be humans still. Having said that, there are other people like Elon Musk who's planning decades long to send shuttles up to Mars and to populate Mars. There are people who plan long term. Warren Buffett is one. Bill Gates is one. Oprah Winfrey has been planning long term for a long time. And if you have that long term focus, which is actually not very natural for the human mind, if you've got that long term focus, you can do things that are amazing. And instead of feeding yourself, think of like this caveman, just feeding himself every day, taking what he needs every day and not waiting, not saving anything for tomorrow because he doesn't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Instead of having that kind of mindset, have the kind of mindset where you can build something that will catch 5 or 10 birds tomorrow. Instead of giving yourself one bird today, build a net. Build a net or some kind of trap. I like animals. I'm going down a road that I don't love right now. But build something that will catch 5 or 10 birds in the future. Instead of getting $1 and living paycheck to paycheck now, build a system, build a plan. Even if you go hungry for a day, that's well worth your while. Do some planning and come up with a system that's going to feed you 5 and 10 and 15 and 20 meals tomorrow, or the next week, so that you can now have enough for yourself. You can share it, you can save it, you can put some away, you can invest them, you can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. That is the way we need to live. And what this takes is a tweak in our brains of thinking. We need to realize that this is something that we struggle with. But then secondly, what we need to do is take action. We actually need to sit down and say, what do I want long term? Do I want more birds? Well, if I want more birds, I'm going to have to come up with a better system because my current system only pays me a bird a day. So what is going to allow me to start thinking long term? The more you start thinking that way, the more you start practicing that, the more you will start to be a better planner. So here's what I want to challenge you to do today. Here's the action step for this morning. What I want you to do is to simply write out a goal that you have. And you don't have to write down all your goals right now. I'm not going to try to overwhelm you with this stuff. Write down one goal that you have for the future, and then ask yourself, what are 1 to 3 things, 1, 2, or 3, 1 to 3, that are going to get me a little bit closer if I work at them this month. What you've done now is you've already set your focus out a year, and then you're asking yourself to even think ahead a month. If I do this month, will I be closer to my goals? And if that's the case, now you don't have to do everything all day. You don't have to build the entire net today. You can build parts of it over the course of a month and then be ready for those birds at the end of the month. I know you've got this. I believe you've got this. Enjoy your day.